Right now, the latest on the Sun Prairie School District's handling of an investigation related to the conduct of a former dean.
And snow showers that we had today, well, we still got some more snow showers. How long will they last? And we have a big warm up on the way. How warm will the temperatures get? I'll let you know.
And we head to New Glarus for a New Year's celebration celebrated the Swiss way. We'll take you to that celebration. All that coming up on News 3 Now at 10. Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Jalen Banks. We'll get to all those stories in just a sec, but first, let's go ahead and get a look at your first one forecast with Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington joining us this Saturday. Alex, what should we expect?
More snow showers for at least another couple of hours here. We got some snow showers just south of Highway 12 near the McFarland area. As we zoom on out through the rest of Dane County, scattered snow showers just about everywhere from Mount Horeb to Cross Plains to just south of Waunakee, just east of Fitchburg, and as we go out even wider here in southern Wisconsin, a little bit more persistent snow showers up towards the Viroqua area. But notice the scattered nature of our snow showers across southern Wisconsin. We'll let future track. We're on Walmart time here. Just a couple more snow showers left through this evening, and then we've got some changes that are going to be in our forecast. We'll do low 30s on Sunday, and then a warm up, an early week warm up. Just how warm are we expecting the mercury to get when I come back in probably about 10 minutes here or so? I will let you know how high the thermometer is going to read. That's coming up.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Alex. And as always, you can track the forecast for yourself on the First Warn Weather app. It is hourly planners, road conditions, and even radar. You can download it for free in your phone's app store. Just search WISC Weather. Sun Prairie police are announcing charges against former Sun Prairie West High School principal Jennifer Plager. She's accused of failing to report child abuse. This following the arrest of former dean of Sun Prairie West High School for child sex charges. Charges were also referred against Sun Prairie School District Director of Human Services, Chris Slater, for the failure to report child abuse. But the district attorney is not pursuing those charges right now. Sun Prairie West parents say they're shocked at how the situation has been handled. Investigation materials show the abusive situations began as early as 2023 and were investigated by Plager and assistant principal Ed Ford. However, they were dismissed as rumors, and a student who tried to come forward with information was punished with suspension. Yoki Meisiger was arrested last year and charged with 13 counts of possession of child pornography and 2 counts of child sexual exploitation. The investigators who reviewed the case following Yoki Meisiger's arrest now are recommending a thorough Title IX review at Sun Prairie West. A Madison philanthropist, Jerry Frauchi, has died. Jerry is the former co-owner of the now closed Webcrafters printing company. He and his wife, Pleasant Rowland, founder of the American Girl dolls, have been a prominent philanthropic couple, well known for donating $205 million to build Madison's Overture Center. It remains the largest contribution to the arts in U.S. history. A representative of his foundation said Frauchi died while vacationing in Florida Friday. He was 94 years old. While New Year's was last week, a group in New Glarus is still celebrating. Our Maya Tate stopped by to see what the celebration was all about.
Silvesterklausen is a Swiss New Year's tradition dating back centuries. And while it's typically only celebrated in the Appenzell region of Switzerland, New Glarus has brought it to Wisconsin. The tradition dates back to the old Julian calendar, which celebrated New Year's on January 13th. Ever since, the people in Appenzell, and now New Glarus, have celebrated both January 1st and 13th as a first and second New Year's. In New Glarus, the Silvesterklausen celebration has been going on for 6 years, after a Swiss Center of North America board member visited Switzerland during the celebration.
We're really lucky that this is happening. This is the only place in North America where this tradition still happens.
As a part of the celebration, performers involved in the Silvesterklausen traditionally go door to door, playing giant bells and yodeling, while wearing elaborate tree-like costumes. In New Glarus, it begins at the Swiss Center of North America and makes its way through town, stopping at museums and other establishments. As crowds form all over town, it can also be used as an educational moment.
We all do our best to keep these traditions alive. It's a fun way to connect with your roots. It's great to teach your kids about what your past was, where you came from.
Reporting in New Glarus, Maya Tate, News 3 Now.
Maya, thank you. And if you missed out on the celebrations this year, the Swiss Center of North America offers many other resources on this event and other traditions. Coming up next on News 3 Now at 10, Alex returns with a complete look of your First Warn forecast. Plus, the nation continues to respond 3 days after a woman was shot dead by an ICE officer. How state officials are reacting. And today marks 1 week since that surprise U.S. attack on Venezuela and the capture of Nicolas Maduro. The latest after the break.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10. Moving forward.
Tonight, there's growing fallout in Minneapolis after the fatal shooting of Renee Good by an ICE agent. There were large organized protests today in the city calling for justice for Good and for ICE to leave Minnesota. There were also protests in cities nationwide in what organizers dubbed ICE Out for Good, a weekend of action. CBS News has more on Minneapolis tonight.
What's her name? Say her name!
Thousands of people braved sub-zero temperatures to protest this week's fatal shooting of Renee Nicole Good and the Trump administration's surge of immigration agents to the Twin Cities.
As a person of color, I have to hold my passport just in case ICE comes to me.
Today, the latest video of the shooting. This one, posted by the Department of Homeland Security, claims to show Good was allegedly impeding agents immediately before the confrontation on Portland Avenue. This cell phone video released Friday from Jonathan Ross, the federal immigration officer who opened fire. The new images are raising tensions and questions about Ross's tactics.
That's fine, dude. I'm not mad at you.
Who has served at the agency for over a decade. Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara.
Anytime a police officer fires a gun at an unarmed motorist in a car that's moving, it's deeply concerning.
It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us.
Late Friday, Good's wife, who is also in the video, gave a statement to Minnesota Public Radio, saying in part, "We stopped to support our neighbors. We had whistles. They had guns." She was part of a community response to more than 2,000 ICE officers deployed to the Twin Cities in a Trump administration blitz against illegal immigration. Today, Minnesota's congressional representatives tried to visit the ICE offices in Minneapolis. They were asked to leave. Last night, bedlam at 2 downtown Minneapolis hotels. Protesters created a ruckus where ICE agents were thought to be staying. Police made 29 arrests. But Saturday, the city's mayor complimented citizens for the overall peaceful demonstrations.
Will not counter Donald Trump's chaos with their own brand of chaos here. We in Minneapolis are going to do this right.
Usher Qureshi, CBS News, Minneapolis.
And here in Madison, protesters hosted their own one here in response to the events in Minneapolis. The demonstration was hosted by Voces de la Frontera. Organizers say federal agents who murder people should be held accountable. Tomorrow, more protests are expected in Menominee and in Green Bay. President Donald Trump says he wants to put a limit on credit card interest rates. In a Truth Social post Friday, the president said the American public is being, quote, ripped off and called for a one-year cap on credit card interest rates at 10%. Trump wants the cap to take effect on January 20th, marking the one-year anniversary of his return to the White House. The Post did not get into whether the cap would require voluntary participation from credit card companies or be enforced through government action. This is the president's third major social media announcement this week aimed at lowering costs for Americans. Doctors say that there are some misconceptions about HPV that can put people at unnecessary risk. About 13 million Americans are infected with the virus every year, but medical experts say many people don't know about the long-term cancer risk linked to HPV because only women can be tested for the virus. Every year in the U.S., HPV causes about 36,000 cases of cancer in both women and men.
It can remain in the body for many, many years, but it inserts itself into the DNA and can cause cancer to develop in up to 6 different sites of the body.
The CDC says HPV vaccination can prevent more than 90% of those cancers. Meta is looking to power its artificial intelligence plans. To that end, it announced nuclear power deals with 3 companies on Friday. The parent company of Facebook says it has agreements with developers TerraPower and Oklo to back new reactor projects. It hopes to see the new reactors online as early as 2030 and 2032. Meta has another deal with power producer Vistra. That deal allows Meta to buy and expand output from 3 nuclear plants in Ohio and Pennsylvania. Meta needs the electricity to power its forthcoming AI data center, which is under construction in Ohio. It's expected to go online later this year. Tonight marks 1 week since the U.S. captured Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. President Trump is urging energy executives to follow up by spending to pump the country's oil, but those execs aren't so sure. Now, CBS's White House reporter and correspondent Willie James Inman is traveling with the president and is in Florida.
President Trump is targeting a NATO ally.
We are going to do something on Greenland, whether they like it or not.
But Greenland, a territory of Denmark, is rejecting the threats.
Greenland is not a product. We're a people.
The White House has not ruled out using military force, but Secretary of State Marco Rubio told lawmakers the U.S. would prefer to purchase Greenland rather than invade.
The fact that they had a boat land there 500 years ago doesn't mean that they own the land.
President Trump gathered American oil executives to discuss investment in Venezuela on Friday, 1 week after the capture of Nicolas Maduro.
So we just had a great meeting with the oil executives. We've sort of formed a deal.
He says he urged them to invest $100 billion into rebuilding the petroleum infrastructure, while also guaranteeing their security for operations.
Well, we're going to work with the Venezuelan leaders and people, and we're going to have a very safe group, and they're going to also bring over some security with them.
But some executives expressed hesitancy over restarting operations.
If we look at the legal and commercial constructs and frameworks in place today in Venezuela, today it's uninvestable. And so significant changes have to be made.
Meanwhile, the Danish Prime Minister stressed that if the U.S. tries to take Greenland by force, it could mean the end of the NATO alliance. Next week, Secretary of State Marco Rubio is expected to meet with Danish officials to discuss Greenland. Willie James Inman, CBS News, West Palm Beach, Florida.
Certainly a situation we'll continue to keep our eye on, but for now, let's go ahead and get a look at your first warn forecast with Chief Meteorologist Alex Arrington. Alex?
Hey there, Jalen. Good evening, folks. Tonight, we've got a few more snow showers in the 3 things you need to get out of the forecast. Low 30s on Sunday, and then a warm up to start off early this upcoming week. Just how warm will we get? Just hold on here. I'm going to show you here. Nice warm up temperatures into the low to mid, maybe even upper 40s Monday going on into Tuesday, and then the temperatures will fall back down closer to normal the middle of the upcoming week. And as you see on the right there, our temperatures are going to go down into the teens for highs. So we'll be right on the cusp of that Arctic air mass resuming its hold here in southern Wisconsin. It's been a while with snow showers out there right now on radar 3000 near the town of Darien over towards Elkhorn, just east of Janesville. Notice it's very scattered in nature. Here in Dane County, we got a couple of snow showers out towards Mount Horeb, one near Cottage Grove. It's not widespread, consistent snow, a little bit more consistent off towards the north and west, up towards the Viroqua area. But as we put future track into motion for the rest of the night tonight, just a few and far between snow showers, clouds, and the clouds are going to go away as we go into Sunday. I am expecting sunshine by the time we get later in the day. Overall amounts, you barely see anything here on this map. Maybe a dusting to half inch at most for the rest of the night tonight, but we will not get rid of the breeze. That breeze is going to continue throughout the day on Sunday. Maybe a brief break around noon with the winds picking back up again as we head into the afternoon, gusting at times upwards of 20 to 25 miles per hour. Madison, low temperature shows 20, but I want to be clear about this. The 20 is right about now at 10 o'clock at night. We'll get to just about midnight with lows right around 20, and then the temperatures will slowly rise overnight tonight. They'll top off in the upper 20s to right around 30 as we go on into Sunday with the breezy conditions continuing. And let's take the 10-day full here. A lot of breezy symbols on the 10-day. It's going to be a windy week here, but those winds are going to usher in mild temperatures on Monday at 41. 46 for a high temperature on Tuesday. We could have a shower. Then temperatures dip down to about where they should be for the middle to end of the week with some scattered snow showers behind a clipper system. Next weekend, then the January stuff really falls back into place with temperatures in the teens by day and single digits by night. But let's recap this here the next 10 days. Best chance for precipitation is going to be Thursday and Friday, a little bit of snow. Mild to start the week, cold to end the week, but not expecting alert day conditions this upcoming week. And our photo here, if you're sitting at home and you want to get your phone out, scan that QR code. I want to see your weather photos here. Just like Jackie's sending this photo here, this is in Beloit. And if you look close enough there, that is a robin. So robins you generally don't think would be around southern Wisconsin this time of year, but I am a birder and they're starting to hang out in southern Wisconsin more and more as we sometimes get these warm temperatures. And well, robins need their food as well. So as a birder, just a heads up, they like mealworms this time of year. Just little info.
Can you blame them for wanting to hang around a little bit more?
Not
We're gonna be pushing 50
Yeah,
in just
I know.
a couple of days. I mean, I would too. I'm probably going to be wearing shorts one of those days.
Yeah.
When it's 46 on Tuesday, you can wear shorts.
Yeah. I'm going to show up and you guys are going to be like,
We'll give
What's that
everybody
about?
everybody an update. See if you follow through.
all right, sounds good. Thank you. What should we expect coming up in sports? Big day today in Wisconsin.
Yeah, definitely a big day for men's basketball. How the Badgers are doing on the road in conference play next on News 3 Now.
And now, News 3 Now Sports, brought to you by TDS Telecom.
Going back to your home state to play games is always fun, and that's exactly what John Blackwell did today as the Badgers took on number 2 Michigan in Michigan. Trailing before the first half was over, but Nick Boyd with a jumper to make it a 1-point game for the Badgers, and then Alexius with a 3 from beyond the arc. And this game stayed a fight for the Badgers, and then the Michigan native made a statement with a game back at his crib, leading his team to a 91-88 win against the number 2 team in the country and leading all scorers with 26 points. This Badger game, the Badgers shot 45.5% from deep, 15 out of 33 triples, tied for the most ever hit in a season. In Big Ten, there has been no game where 15 three-pointers have been made at all this season. UW also hit 6 consecutive threes out of halftime, which is definitely what sent them over the edge to win this game. And this is the first time they've had a big win over a top 10 opponent since 2019. With 4 Badgers set to play in the Winter Olympics this February, they are still in the midst of college season to continue with number 8 Minnesota Duluth. And right away, the first half, Kelly Garawi scores, first to put the Badgers up, and then the USA hockey team member Layla Edwards finishes the game off on the power play. Minnesota Duluth only answered once, while the Badgers win this one 5-1. And then Quinn Finley on the men's side, the Badgers win in the Kohl Center. He scored 2 out of the 3 goals on the night, leading them to a 3-2 win over Alaska Anchorage.
Happy that we were, again, big day in Wisconsin sports. The Bears currently playing against the Packers in the wild card round. But let's go ahead and talk about that win over number 2 Michigan.
Yeah.
You had just detailed it. The boys were absolutely on fire today.
On fire. From 3, it was insane. And then just definitely the level of offense, the play, the bouncing around. Like, Coach has said several times that their defense is what they need, but once their offense is firing on all cylinders, they can be dangerous too, and we saw that in their win against that number 2 team. So.
Yeah, absolutely. As we all know, the biggest thing for them is just, can they get a stop on the defensive end?
Yep.
Not every night are you going to be shooting 45, almost 46% from
as a
3.
team.
As a team. So fingers crossed that as they head deeper into conference play,
they
get
continue.
a few more stops, but they could keep that offensive firepower for sure.
For sure.
All right, well, sounds good. Thank you, Kay. We'll be back with more after the break. And finally, tonight in Arizona, Grandma's unlikely hobby has brought a family together against a life-changing diagnosis. Grandkids introduced Sue to her now favorite game, Minecraft, last summer. Her grandson Jack has been fighting cancer since 2024. After months of playing, Sue launched her own YouTube channel called Grandma Crackers to share her gameplay and to raise money to help Jack. Her first video went viral with over 500,000 views. Now Jack is cancer-free.
All right.
Now, I'm not a Minecraft player, but I could certainly see why, if you're retired, a world-building game like Minecraft, you could really get into it.
Yeah, I definitely think it's the building the blocks, building the worlds. It could be something pastime, you know, like playing cards or playing solitaire. You know?
Sure. Or in Wisconsin, euchre. I know.
There's that, yes.
Are you a euchre player? I'm not.
I wasn't until the mid-20s, and as a Harrington, all the Harringtons are avid euchre players, of course, led by the eminent late Eileen Harrington. But yes, I eventually learned euchre, and it was always a pleasure to be at the card table to play euchre, and it was always a spirited event at the Harrington house.
Yeah. It's like a lot of families with Uno. You know, just get rolling.
Yes.
You know,
spades.
Fingers crossed that relationships stay close. But off the topic of games, let's go ahead and get to weather. Pretty busy day today.
Yeah, there's been snow showers across all of southern Wisconsin today, especially for areas east of Madison over towards Milwaukee. Not alert day conditions, as we were earlier thinking in the week we thought we'd get a big snowstorm today. We did not, and as we got closer, we took that alert day wording down. We had scattered snow showers throughout the day. Future track is showing those snow showers becoming more few and far between as we head into the overnight hours. So if we get any additional accumulation, an uneventful map here. I mean, this is barely showing anything. Dusting, maybe a half inch at absolute most. Then our temperatures are going to soar. By the time we get into Monday, going into Tuesday, it'll be 41 on Monday, 46 on Tuesday. You said you're going to wear shorts on Tuesday.
That's warm.
I'm wearing some shorts.
That's warm to me.
And you won't be the only one wearing shorts. There's always Wisconsinites when it's 40 or above that are wearing shorts, and that's okay. But then temperatures dip back down to right around 30 as we get into the middle and to the end of the upcoming work week. And we have a clipper-like system. That's a system that comes down from Alberta, Canada, and brings us a little bit of snow. And anything that comes down from Canada, you can be rest assured there's cold air up behind that. So we'll have that
somebody
later.
who lived a good chunk of their life in Minnesota, I certainly know what it's like being right up against that border with Canada, getting a lot of that cold air. Thankfully, I'm a little bit further south here in Wisconsin, but again, as you just mentioned, we're still going to feel some of that. Kay grew up in the south, so she's not quite used to some of this cold air that we're getting here. What are your thoughts? How long have you been here now? A little bit over a month?
2-3 months, I think now. But I'm trying to warm up to everything. But I think the 30s and 40s feel great to me. Like when it's 90, when it's 9 and it's like super, super cold, I'm like freezing. But 40 feels warm, like 30 feels warm to me. So I'm warming up to it.
You've gotten used to it.
Yeah, I'm getting used to it. I'm getting used to it.
Well, that's good. Well, Alex, as far as this roller coaster that we're seeing, I mean, how should we plan to dress this week?
Well, you're wearing shorts on Tuesday, so we already got that figured out. What you're going to need for this week, probably a light jacket on Monday and on Tuesday. Then you're going to need to get that winter jacket back out. Kay, you got a winter jacket now, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay,
I have a winter jacket.
You'll need that winter jacket by the middle of the week. But we're all going to need to have those Arctic parkas by the time we get to the end of the week, going on into the following weekend. That bitter air is coming back.
All right, well, sounds good. Good chat, guys. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Kay. And thank you all for joining us. Seinfeld is up next. We'll see you back here tomorrow.